Classic cars and butchered taillight harnesses go hand in hand. Under dash harnesses, steering column harnesses. If you've been around this game for any amount of time, you know that if you're going to have electrical problems with one of these old cars, that's where you're going to find it. And the reason being is that people don't really understand how these things were wired. Assume everything is as simple a circuit as, would be, brake light switch to the taillights, simple enough. The one complicated circuit that you're going to find in any of these 1960s, 1970s cars is the turn signal switch, the turn signal socket assembly. And that's because all of the wiring that goes to the taillights passes through this switch first. And when you've got a problem in here, you'll start to get mysterious taillight problems. So you'll step on the brake and only one side will work, or you step on the brake and one whole taillight will go out, or you'll only get turn signal intermittently. And so people will start, who don't know about this, will start hacking and splicing and cutting and do all kinds of other stuff when that's the issue. So the rule of thumb is, if you try the basic troubleshooting, the fuse is good, the bulb is good, the contacts and the sockets are good, and the sockets are grounded, you can almost guarantee 100% that this is where the issue is going to be. This one is from a Chrysler, but the Ford and General Motors switches, AMC, from the same era are pretty much identical. So what causes these things to go bad? Generally moisture. You'll find like convertibles always have completely butchered harnesses. And what happens is water gets into the steering column. Like for instance, you'll find a car that's been sitting for a long time with the windows rolled down. The moisture gets into the steering column and it condenses inside here. I've taken a few of these apart and you'll find that all of the contacts inside are fuzzed over with that green stuff. So, but yeah, for some reason, like this used to be like common knowledge. Any good mechanic back in the day knew any type of taillight problem go right to the turn signal switch. But today it's kind of lost. I have a guy I met recently who had picked up a 70 Challenger, and he had an issue when he stepped on the brakes, one of the taillights would go out. So he posted on Facebook, and he got like 30 different responses with like 30 different answers, and then they were all over the map. Check this, do that, do the other thing. So he finally gets a hold of me, right? And he's like halfway through describing the problem. He says, "Just change the turn signal switch." So he's like, "Really?" I said, "Yeah, just change the turn signal switch." So he starts to do the job, and he gets underneath the car, and all of the wires, this harness that comes out of the column was all hacked up, and that's where the problem was. So anyway, that's it. Really simple. The ultimate vintage car electrical mystery is right there. Turn signal switch. And if you can, try to find a good original, because I've had several instances where the reproductions, they go bad like for no reason at all. They last a couple of weeks, couple of months, and then they're gone. But if you find a good original, they'll generally hang in there for a long time. So that's it. I'll see you tomorrow.